Hey, what's up, Skywalker? We're with Imagination Creation Films, and today it is Friday, the 10th of March, 2023, and it's a live stream day, and it's a completely off live stream day. Everything is off. Everything is off. Trying something different today, and everything thus is backfiring on me here. Let me see if I can turn this up, because this, like, okay, that's a little bit nicer, a little hot, Let's bring that out. I don't have a fill light today. I don't know why it won't come on, but I ran out of time. Yeah, and we're not doing, I'm just looking to see how many frames are being dropped here. It's dropping a lot of frames for some reason. I'm using OBS today because I wanted to see if it would handle better than the other one, but it's not looking good here. Let's see what we've dropped most of the frames. It's weird because during the day it seems to be just fine. I was streaming at like 3 megabits. It was nice and fast, and I was doing full 1080 out. It was great, and now it's like, no, you can't do that. Is anybody out there? Because I'm running a new chat, I can't quite see the same thing. So I have no idea if anybody's even here. I mean, is it just me talking to myself? It's kind of a weird day. Oh, there we have Ollie. Well, wow. You're missing the O's, and where are your vowels? That's weird. See we got a pop-up chat now, so we got that. Oh, dropping letters. There we go. And then we got Greg. Okay. That feels weird though. Why is that overlay so We'll see what happens if somebody talks or somebody says anything really big. It's oh, good, I'm live. This is really weird, really weird how everything is done now. And we'll see how it goes, and I'll boost the image quality a little bit better if things get any better. Sorry about that. Greg says, hey, y'all. Dylan says, nope, not just you. Frank says, happy Friday. Hello, Frank. As long as you aren't answering yourself, it's all okay. Well, see, okay, so you said something long. Let me go fix that. All right. It's so weird. It usually I come in here and I set things up and I'm ready to go and I have my thing. But now today I have to do like 15 different things to get it, like the chat pop-ups to happen. Well, now it's in the middle. It feels weird. Better stick it to the left of the screen. Oh, yeah, just... Let's see what happens. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Why is this so high in the screen? It looks so atrocious. That's some rhyming for you there. We have Puppy Cam, but he's being a butt today. And we have, I didn't bother to, well, I mean, at least it's exposed and it's not framed right, but it's exposed. But the good thing is that's wireless today. So, and it might have a delay. Actually, I bet you it has a delay. Delay. Pop. I bet it does have a little bit of a delay. Yeah. Probably. But that's wireless. That's using the Hollyland wireless system, and it's pretty cool. It's probably got about 3 or 4 frames delay, though. We'll see how that works. And then Puppy Cam. We have no overhead cam, But we can go on a tour today if anybody wants to see around the studio, so to speak. We can do that. Stick it to the left. Looks like you've got peaking turned on there, Scott. Where? Really? I don't think so. I think you're just not used to it. Yeah, it looks clear here. Well, I wonder what this is. Let me see here. USB-C, make sure there's no filters on here. Oh, there is. Well, let's just turn that off. Why did I have that on? Don't need that. There you go. How about that? That all nice and smooth. Looking good there. No delay on the B cam. Interesting. It's cam 3 today. I don't know what's going on. I turned on the monitor or turned on the camera and the feed was green, 100% green. I was like, okay, so it's got to be the HDMI cable. So I swapped the cable. Nope, still green. I moved the camera over to another port. That port is looking fine. Okay, so then it's that port. So I move another camera into that port. Nope, it's green. I don't know. So this is the Hollyland. So this is their new 4K. I don't even have the drop down, so I can't quite say. This is the 4K. I don't know. It's in an odd place. It's the one that has the monitor, and the monitor's literally over there, and it's slick because the monitor can be a transmitter or a receiver. That's pretty slick. Also, you can use the app and all kinds of other things. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I've been testing it for a while now, and I'm actually very happy with it. Review coming very soon. To the left. Every lower third in a box to the left. Well, but see, this was chat, and chat's always been in the, well, no, what has it been with StreamYard? Maybe it has been to the left. Well, that's silly. Yeah, it should be the left, but I'm moving it down. None of y'all are long-winded. So. There. Now it feels good. And let's see, what's on the docket for the day? Ooh, look at that. You can even see, look, Greg's a supporter of the channel. You can see his little badge of honor there. That's cool. Yeah, Mars M1. Yes, I believe it is. Is it the Mars? It's literally in a, did I just change the channel? I did. Don't do that. It's like, why did you change the channel? Your live. I don't know. I'll have to go get the thing, but it works really, really well. Takes like a second to bind them, and you can bind multiples. So it was pretty cool that. Sorry, I was using one as a transmitter, and I was transmitting wirelessly to both the little let me grab the monitor. Both the monitor and the ow, ooh, found the weights. Oh, ouch. Oh, there's my knife. I was looking for that earlier when I was trying to open a box. I need to point the camera at the dog since he's being a behind. Let's see here. See if I can do this. Bet I can't. Let's see. Will that even work? Is that even in frame? Yeah, that's a beautiful crotch there, dog. Just what everybody was asking. They're all wondering. They're like, hey, we haven't seen Rex's crotch in a long time, but So now we can super source. Where's the Cam 3 needs to be in Cam 4. Fine. Oh man, I'm such an amateur. Oh, that does make sense though. There we go. So now you should have super source. There's the dog. So this is the Hollyland Mars. Yes, it is the Mars. Oof, oof, oof. The Hollyland Mars 4K. These are the transmitters and receivers, and then this is the monitor. And the monitor's pretty nice. It's got some good features on it. It is missing a couple of small ones, but nothing major. Fairly bright. It's not as bright as the OC, but it's 5 inches, and it can transmit or receive. So this can become a small little director or a First AC's wireless monitor, or you can use it on your camera and transmit out. Pretty cool. Really liking that. Greg says Hollyland Slick. Googling it now. They've got a Hollyland Slick and a Pretty Slick Pro. I like the small antennas compared to the Vaxis. Yes, very true. Very true. I think it does do SDI pass-through on the Mars. I think it has SDI pass-through. The thing is, literally every single review of them on YouTube is sponsored. Mine is not sponsored. Mine is not sponsored at all. They are not paying me one bit, and I would not have accepted it. Well, I mean, if they wanted to do a product showcase, then yeah, this is really bad. Let me zoom that out. Nope, I mean out. If they wanted to do a product showcase, sure, I would do it, but this is not sponsored at all. Sent it for review, and I do kind of dig it. The latency, it's like 4 frames. It's not the fastest, but for most things, it's not a problem at all, and it's pretty clean. It has a pretty good range. Ari says, hey, buddy boy, you going to NAB this year? I sure am. I will be there Saturday through Wednesday. And oddly enough, literally like in the last 2 hours, someone just gifted me a South by Southwest Platinum badge. So I'm going to South by here well, I'll go in the morning because I got to go pick up a badge. But yeah, that'll be interesting. Mars doesn't have, that's true. It does not have 12G SDI. It is 3G SDI and 4K HDMI. Yes. Still nice to have. True. And I'm still not a 4K wireless person. I mean, it's out there and people are requesting it, but not my people are not requesting it. I feel so contrasty. I need to WD-40 my chair here. Yeah. How's the video quality? The video quality any good? It seems to be better with not dropping frames. I could try to boost it a little bit here and see what we can get rid of. We're at 1250. Let's see what my output stream is at. We're at 1,000, 1 megabit. So we're gonna go 1200. Let's see what happens. And got some first ACs that want to pull focus on the latest and greatest. Yeah, I mean, first AC is going to be a tough one too, because 4K would be really nice for them because then they could actually see really high quality. Although 1080 is plenty for pulling focus, but that latency might jab them a little bit, for sure. So far we're not dropping any frames on this. And is everybody getting a full 1080 stream out of this? I'm not able to go to multiple. I can't go to multiple destinations, but is good. Quality is good. Yeah, quality is A-okay. Got it. And then I just clicked it. Okay, I'll quit. Here we go. I don't know if, oh, look at this. Hold on. I'm going to use you, Dylan, as I Don't know if you've ever discussed this, but I'm curious about the relationship between Red and Canon. Is Red RAW, as the rumors say, going to be available on Canon cameras? I cannot say one way or the other. I don't know anything official or not really unofficial. My gut tells me we're going to see something. We're going to see something. Did everybody else happen to catch that the DJI? I need to move this over. Sorry. DJI with the 4D and their new remote head. They also now have ProRes RAW license available now. So for $979, you too can shoot Apple ProRes RAW in camera, which should indicate to people, and this was my shtick at the beginning of the week, everybody was trashing on, well, everybody that's anti-Red, were trashing on Red, destroying the industry. They won't allow anybody to use it. DJI's using it, and they're paying a license fee, which the consumer has to pay, but that's the way it works. So you can now get compressed RAW in a camera. You just got to pay a one-time license fee. And I don't have even a prop to burn, to destroy. I literally checked my watch and I was like, I only have 4 minutes. There's no way I'm going to get all this done. But yeah, I think, Dylan, I think we're going to see something. I don't know if it will be true R3D or just a compressed RAW from Canon, but my guess is, I don't know, let's see. I mean, number one, no one's going to be able to say anything that knows anything because, I mean, massive lawyers and all of that. But my guess would be if I was working out a deal like that, I would think it would be cooler if you licensed not just compressed RAW, but you licensed R3D so that you continue the brand. But I don't know. I mean, Canon's a big company, and they may say, no, we don't want to do that. We want to do our own. Who knows? But I think there's a loving relationship between them. I mean, I think we're going to see some cool things. Just like I think this camera is not in the right spot. There we go. I think that DJI and Red have a loving relationship. Ollie says, so Raptor 35 is officially released. Looking forward to seeing footage released. Well, it's been officially released for a while, but it's now available in both V-RAPTOR and XL, which is cool. And I'll be interested to see how many XLs start showing up with Super 35, because remember, there's a metric ton of glass out there that only shoots Super 35. So I think you're going to see a lot of cool stuff. The chat is now like giant, so I don't have to like squint over here and look. It's rather giant. Streaming in full 1080 or so, YouTube says. This is the patent trolls. Still need to do that one. Yeah, it's been an interesting week for sure. Nothing happened the way I wanted it to this week. Why am I playing with stuff on the desk? Yeah, everything's been just off a little bit this week, which is typically how it works. After you do something big, then you kind of like settle back down and everything goes wrong. Brenda says, I'm just happy that red mags are going to be a thing of the past. Red mags and P2 can go hang out and ether together. Yep. And now all we have to do is deal with RA mags and Sony mags, and DJI has mags, and all the other companies that have mags. Isn't it interesting? Red completely gets rid of it, and people are still griping about Red, but everybody else still using them. And like the Alexa 35, not cheap. Not cheap for those mags. Don't even get me started by side-by-side cards, the Sonys. Yeah, I hear you. And it looks like I get to do a large project this summer, like a full project this summer. I won't be shooting it. I'll be DITing, but I like those. I like those big ones. Let's see what else is going on here. Been playing with drop technology. This is a metal. I got really tired of 3D printing gripper. Where are they? They're probably in a box because I got tired of them. So I found an aluminum servo gripper. Works really well and is much more stout than the little 3D printed jobs. Those 3D printed jobs, I would use them like one or two projects, and then they'd break. And I ended up printed like 4 of them just so I could have some grippers that to allow drops. Yeah, and it's a thing. So you just got the little boop, boop, and drop it like it's hot. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Brandon's favorite. Hey, look, Brandon, it's your favorite. It's your favorite. It's a red mag. I actually like them. I think they're rugged. They're heavy. I like heavy because heavy always makes me feel like they're solid. It's so dark in here. Why won't that light come on? I don't know what to do to make it come on. I guess I could go unplug. That could be like screams of joy or screams of aggravation. Let me go unplug the power and plug it back in. I've had a really weird issue with some Aputure stuff lately, and it's been weird. I've had some fixtures, when I introduce a new fixture, will attach itself as another fixture. So here I am going to move or adjust one, and all of a sudden the other moves, and that's not normal. Or not moves, but lights up. Let's say, hey, I've got light. Look at that. Let there be light, they say. Let's just give myself a little bit of contrast. There we go. Yeah, it's a real weird issue. I reached out to them, and they said they had not seen that before, but interesting. Brandon says, I shot all week in Dallas for a conference. Got to play around with the C70. Fun little cam. It's a funky little cam. It's okay. It does make a nice image. I'll give it that. Justin says, Codex is 4,200. Someone I know just got 3 of them. Yep. I just read that post that someone, $12,000 for just the media. And that'll be fun too, DITing with Codex cards. Because it's a lot of data. But we'll make it happen. Is Phil still streaming on? Why am I not getting notifications for him? That stinks. He says, I saw Phil stream earlier, and he says he's seen a Komodo with serial number with 25,000. That is insane. That is approximately where I believed we were at with Komodos about 4 months ago. So it is entirely possible, plausible, any of the above. Red won't release that information. I think it's because they could just enjoy it, sit back. It's for sure their most successful camera they've ever launched, and I think it does so much for so little. It's hard to imagine. Justin says, Komodo needs a full frame version. Wonder how much they would charge for that. My guess, if I were ballpark, my brain on the success of Komodo and what it's done versus V-RAPTOR, I would price it between $8,000 and $10,000, and I would probably give it 8K and probably 48 frames a second max. And I might, I don't. It may not be capable of doing that. Maybe literally have the same problem. It would be sad if it wasn't global shutter. I mean, when you introduce Komodo with global shutter, it would be sad if Komodo, whatever next one would be called, Komodi, if it was not global shutter. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a technical marvel to get global shutter in Komodo to begin with, so it might be a stretch to get it naked. I don't know. I know nothing about it. But I also know Komodo is selling so strong that, I still don't believe we're going to see one anytime. I mean, maybe we might see a next Komodo at the end of the year. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, it's why would you want to push it? I mean, there's milking. I mean, you definitely want to milk your investment. Think about all the money that goes into developing a Komodo. You want to make your money back and you want to make profit, because not everything you make is going to be good. You're going to make some stinkers. So you got to pay for that. You got to plan for that. Plus, you can put all the money back into R&D and I mean, it's a lot. So I could definitely see them pushing that out. And honestly, people are asking for it, but they're asking for it because it's just what they want, but it's not what they need. And I imagine when people start like saying, well, if I can't have a Komodo 8K, I guess I'm just going to blow up a bunch of V-RAPTORs. I mean, when they start doing that, maybe they'll push forward. I don't know. I don't know in the world of blow up cameras yet. Greg says, my dream Komodo would be full frame, 8K global shutter. I don't know. What? So let me ask that question. There's definitely a point where I can see full frame being a useful tool, like in compact builds in cars and such. But for an action cam or for stunt cam, is full frame even necessary? Is that something anybody would do? And I ask that because if they're building Komodo as a crash cam, why would they want to change it and include so many feature sets that it does what a V-RAPTOR does in a smaller package? I mean, I don't know. It needs global shutter for VR work. Yeah, I agree with that. If they keep the same pixel density, it's going to be the same size as the full frame Raptor. Yeah, I would imagine, but remember what we've learned, and Red learned too, is that sensors don't scale, not efficiently. So my guess is you probably can't just scale it. They could try, but it probably wouldn't work. I don't know. Greg says, I need to replace my R5. Isn't the R5 about to get a massive, or is it the R5C that's getting the massive firmware update? Because someone said that there was an R5 Mark II coming, and then that got canceled. This is all the rumors that they canceled it, and they're replacing a lot of it with firmware. Like on the R5, they're getting rid of the 30-minute record time. And then a couple of other things. I don't know. Just says, I think you need full frame because shooting studios are getting smaller. I don't want to be 10 feet further back when want to use it, and I understand. I understand that standpoint, Justin. But again, I go back to Komodo is not built as an A cam. It's not built as a studio cam. It's built as a crash cam. Now, if you're Red, if you're any company, don't take Red out of it, but if you're any company, what do you do there? If you change it to an A cam, now it's not a crash cam. And I say A cam loosely, but if you change it to a purpose-built primary camera, A, what's V-RAPTOR for? And B, what's my crash cam? So what if they came with like, what if it had dual sensors? What if you could do 6K or 8K? What if you could do? Yeah, I don't know if they would do that either. I don't know. I don't know. That's. I mean, there's a reason that there's engineers. There's a reason there's visionaries and dreamers and all of this. And there's a reason that they come up with stuff. And there's a reason there's CFOs who go, I don't know about that. And then there's market strategy and marketing directors, and there's a lot to it. I don't know. I don't know what I would do if I was completely. If I was Mr. Land, what would I do? I don't know. I might step on my own foot. I mean, I would want to come out with a new Komodo. I would want to keep it the exact same size. If I could make it where it was the identical footprint, then people would love the fact that they could use their existing hardware. But then people would complain, well, I wanted this on it. I wanted this on it. I do like the idea of having either a 3G or a 12G module. When would I do it? I'd probably aim for the first of next year. I mean, I'd want to introduce it 1 month before anybody else introduces their camera. I would want it to be the buzz going into anybody else's buzz, and therefore the measurement that all others must measure against. And I'd want it to win, which is, I mean, business 101. With our 3D color, or raw color science and everything nice in between. Yep, R5 is getting a massive firmware update, right? Better update the R5. I would imagine they would. Greg says, hear me out. You use the same lens set on your A and B cam, full frame V-RAPTOR, but I'm having to read over here now. I used to read over here. This is light green, and it's a horrible contrast. But you use the same lens set on a Super 35 C and D cam, kind of messes with the flow. It's true, but if you're doing a crash cam, you don't want to destroy the $100,000 lens either. So my guess is you're putting a nice RF lens on there. One you don't want to use a GoPro because I forget what Jared said, the industry said, the 18 frames or something like that. In 14 frames, something like that, the industry people can see that it's a GoPro. So Komodo changed that. So now you can put a good quality camera there. So is there how many frames do you think it takes to determine that it's a Komodo with less than expensive glass or maybe RF stills glass versus a nice signature prime or whatever? How many frames? I bet it takes a lot longer to do that, which means you can get away on an action shot doing it. I don't know. I like defending Komodo as the action camera. My cute little Komodo is so neat. I love it. These Condor Blues. Love them. I like it small. I like it compact. I don't know. Ari says, like the C70 got a raw update. I'm hoping for whatever the raw sauce may or may not be coming is available for the R5C. Okay, Canon, the ball's in your court. I hear you there. Komodo XL will be the next version. I don't believe so at all. Improved specs, maybe new sensor. It has to be a new sensor. 2 SDI, maybe, probably not. Time code, Genlock, built-in, price just under 10K. I would personally love a Komodo 2 or whatever they would call it. We'll call it Komodo 2 for now. I don't think there's going to be an XL. I don't know. But I'd love to see 2 versions. One of them that is a crash cam and one of them that is a cam. I would personally love that. Charge $10,000 for the A cam and $8,000 for the crash cam. Let it have the same sensor, whatever that is, but on the A cam, you don't have breakout boxes. You don't have any of that stuff. You have everything kind of built into it. But I'm okay with limiting frame rates. I have a feeling, my gut tells me, if they built it as the A cam for 10 grand, and it had like what's in a breakout box in the camera, and it was 8K, I don't think anybody would buy the V-RAPTOR. Well, I don't think as many would buy the V-RAPTOR. I think they would sway themselves down. I'll give an analogy here, a brief analogy. What back in the old days, back when I was making candles and soap and lip balm, we used to just kind of do it. It was kind of a fun family thing. The girls were younger, and we would go to like street fairs and things like that. And we would sell our homemade soap, our homemade candles, our homemade lip balm. And what I found was, and this is nerd me. Nerd me is always studying people and how they act. We always had a little 10 by tent. We had 54 different flavors of candles, not flavors, but fragrances of candles. They're all nice. They're in simple mason jars. They had a country look to them. They were reasonably priced. I think were $10 at the time. They were soy. They're good. Our soaps, they were handmade. They were wonderful. We used nice oils in them. It was with lye. We made the real soaps. Sold those for like $5. And then we made lip balms. And the lip balms were like $2, I think is what we sold. What we found was, and I promise I'm getting to the point, I just wanted to set the 3 different prices up. If someone came in, we used to use our girls. Our girls were such hawkers. They would go out there and go, "Would you like to smell one of our candles?" They were so cute and adorable, and they were really good at it. They just loved doing it. And they would bring them in, and if we got them into the booth and they started smelling candles, if they weren't going to buy a candle, they would almost always buy a lip balm. And I did the math on it, and I studied it many times. And then I didn't bring the lip balm once to see what happens. And the ratio came in, and you should see the tie-in here very quickly, is that if you came in, you were 80% likely to just buy the lip balm if you weren't going to buy anything else. When I take the lip balm out, if you came in, you were about 40 to 50% likely to buy a bar of soap if you weren't going to buy the candle or whatever you came in for. And where I'm going with all of that is people tend to buy the cheapest option that is available once they've made up their mind that it's in their interest. So if they create an A cam and they create a crash cam and they create a V-RAPTOR and they all have distinct levels up, but they're small segmented, they're going to buy the cheapest one. Not everybody. I mean, big sets. I mean, think about it this way. Big sets are not the 25,000 Komodos. My guess. I'm assuming. I would say way more than 50% of Komodos are not on big sets, that they're in the hands of everybody else. So the market expanded. So if they create a cheap version of the V-RAPTOR with similar specs, they're going to buy the cheap version. So that's why I say, I think V-RAPTOR is literally, I mean, XL is technically the best camera out there, but V-RAPTOR is one of the very best camera packages, period, for not necessarily big productions. And I say that because they would just do XLs. But V-RAPTOR has everything that you could want. But if it was $5,000 cheaper or $10,000 cheaper and it had most of what you want, you're not going to even think about the V-RAPTOR. Business-wise, that's a tough one. Komodo cannibalized enough of Red's line cameras. I kind of agree with that. Sorry, I rambled for a long time, as I tend to do. I meant for full frame Komodo full frame, it would be perfect to keep the same physical size, but squeeze a larger size sensor. Yeah, I think they could. I think they could get an 8K into that package now. I mean, yeah, I think Komodo's design, I mean, it's probably using CPU from 4 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It's at least 3 years old. It's probably 4 years. Takes a while to finalize and all that. So, I mean, if you're using processors of today, what would be really slick, and I don't know if it was something that anybody would even do, but hypothetically, what if Apple said, hey, we're building the new M3 processor. We want to put in some cool technology in there that even enhances our 3D more. And we could sell that to you, and then you could use that in your camera, so you'd have the processing that you need, but then Apple would have the that's the kind of stuff that would be nice to see in the industry, and it probably happens way more than we even know, but that'd be kind of cool, don't you think? Actually, the stretch to 8K would probably be the case. That's why I'm saying 30 frames or more. Yeah, I mean, the 30 frames per second, well, I mean, it's almost certain that the V-RAPTOR has a tremendous amount of horsepower more than Komodo. And so I would imagine if you put 8K on Komodo, I bet you couldn't even get 24 frames out of it with the existing processor. But I don't know. If they've sold 25,000 Komodos and they have made more on them versus the Raptor cameras, simply because of volume, they're not cannibalizing other cameras, they're increasing bottom line profit. However, think about it this way. The price of Komodo is unchanged now for 2.5 years. Wow, it's been that long. Wow. They did not raise the price. Everyone else has raised prices for the most part. Anything that's still a big seller, they've gone up in price. Probably not a direct comparison. I'm trying to think of cameras that are like that. But I mean, everything in the world is going up in cost. So, and I know Jared had mentioned it. I don't know if it was on like this live stream or in a post somewhere where he was talking about. Why is that focusing on? Really? Sorry, I just realized it's not even focusing on rigs. What a lame. Focus on the dog. There. I tap focused him. So I suspect that, I don't know, it could be one of two ways. Number one, the prices of materials could be going up, and Red, because of volume, is matching it slightly, or they're producing the volume that they're getting to keep it there. Or it could be that they're just selling more of them and they're eating more profit, or getting less profit out of them. And they're able to sustain that because there's enough built in there that it works. I don't know. I don't know what the profit is on that. I mean, it could be that they're making $5,000 a pop on it. I pretty much doubt it, but I mean, it could be. Or it could be that they're making $400 a pop on it. And if you think about it, $400 at $25,000, it's not a lot. It seems like a lot, but it's not a lot for 2.5 years. But I don't know. Just as interesting things will be if Sony comes out with an updated version of the FX. I think they have to. The size will be too big, but the specs might be overwhelming again for the close to 10. I think the FX9 has to. I think it has to be 8K. And that's going to eat into Venice. But if you limit it, you make it full frame 8K, and it's $11,995, which is what I would imagine it would cost. I think they'd be okay. I think you're not going to give it 8K 60. Maybe you do. I don't know. You're not going to give it. I don't know. Yeah, you don't want to eat into the Venice 2. I don't know. With the amount of other new cameras that will come out by Komodo 2, I don't think they can completely price it over 7. Well, I agree. Well, I think 8K is the price. 79995,999 is what I think that's where the price is going to have to be if it is 8K. If it is 6K, I think it's just a refresh of this one, in which case 6K would be totally fine. But I imagine other new cameras that are coming out are going to be, I think they're going to be priced higher too. How's the quality? We don't seem to be dropping too many frames. I'm gonna boost it just a little bit and see what happens. It could go to hell real fast. We're going to 1.5 megabits, which is way more than StreamYard's. But I have a feeling this is streaming so much better than StreamYard. Y'all let me know what you think down there. It's got to be clear, number one. And then the question is are we dropping frames? The only negative is I still don't know how I would bring a guest in on this. And is this okay? Do y'all like this? Is this cool? Do I need to put my name up at the top right-hand corner? Do that kind of thing. I mean, it'd be really cool if the ATEM did a lot of that. Well, it does some of it. I really need to dig into the ATEM. It does do that, doesn't it? I can put my name with an overlay. Yeah, I'm not real smart. Don't forget, the used Komodo 1 market will be massive then also. I think so. But it's, what percentage of Komodos out there do you think people would sell when the new ones come out? What percentage do you think they would sell to get another camera? My gut tells me it's probably not as much as you think. I'm thinking only about 50%. I think the remainder, it's kind of like Ollie and me here with our dragons. The price is so low, we'll never sell it. We're just going to keep dragging forever because it's so pretty. Yeah, I don't know. It's called the decoy effect. Yeah. Greg says, to be honest, I'd love for Red to make as much of a profit out of every camera to continue breaking barriers and supporting existing cameras for a while. I don't see hurdles for Red. And I say that because the people. The people at Red, the people that I have come to meet and know and get to know, their passion is always in the right place. Their experience is in the right place. And Red's done this over the years. I mean, it's done this, COVID and blah, blah, blah. But the people that are there now are very driven, and they really, really love what Red does. And so I think that combination of people will drive Red many, many, many years down the way. That's my gut. But who knows? Tomorrow, somebody could come up with the holographic image sensor for $27.95, and the whole market goes. You never know. No horrible audio lag today. Yeah, that was one of the things that StreamYard had been going down the tubes a lot with that, and that was making me very, very, very angry. Halfway around the globe, and your stream can reach me just fine. It doesn't seem to be dropping frames. Is it dropping periodically, just like a little glitch? Would you say it's better? Audio, we know is going to be better, but would you say the stream quality and the its continuity is better overall than before? Tyler, hola. How are you, sir? I missed your live stream. I was like, oh crap, he was live streaming, and I was inside doing something, and I'm sorry I missed it. You were having a nice little live stream. It would have been fun to get on there. But Tyler's going to be at, see, now I don't like the, I need to move. I don't like it so far over. Tyler's going to be at NAB. It's his first time. He's excited. Wear comfortable shoes, Tyler. Greg says the difference between Red and other camera manufacturers is that nearly everyone in there is a shooter themselves. I mean, probably for the most part, but I would say everyone there is passionate about what they do and who they're doing it for. And I like that. Alan, hello, Alan. Looks like a charm here in Spain. Woohoo! Thank you. It was a freaking audio disaster. Oh, yay, someone else has problems, not just me. Sorry, Tyler. I feel for you, bro. I like to live life on the edge of insanity. I feel you. I skimmed through it a little bit, and it felt like you were having some glitches in there. Justice says, I would say the quality is honestly 75% better than before. That tells you how bad it was before with the dropping audio freezing. Even your face looks better. Do I now? I look so much nicer. If anybody has any, if they want to see anything in the studio, let me know, because this cam right here is wireless, so we can walk around. I can show you some things if you're interested in that. But yeah. Tyler says, what streaming software are you using today? Sorry, joined late. I am using OBS today. And I'm not a Chrome guy. I don't like Chrome at all. But I'm using Chrome today because there is a plugin that works okay. It works. I just don't like how my screen is laid out now. It sucks. And I don't like these giant fonts. But it's perfect for old people like me. But it allows me to do these screen overlays with the chat, which is one of the main things that I really enjoyed about this. I like to be able to put people up there, put their smiling faces. Just a random frame here and there, but crystal clear audio, and the image is perfect. Wonderful, wonderful. And the dog is obviously camera shy now, which is, I think he's, it's getting warmer, and so he's in the prime spot for the air conditioner to hit him. So I think that's what it is. It's been a while, you incredibly tall human. Hello, Mr. Jacob Hamill. How are you, sir? How's the wonderful world of Lubbock, Texas. Y'all don't know the Hamill brothers. They fun brothers, which is hard to say because I can't imagine working with my brother, but they work together really well. They complement each other, and they make some pretty good stuff out there in the world of Lubbock. Lubbock is so flat, you could watch your dog run away for 3 weeks. Best joke ever. Yeah. Hey, Robert Campbell. Hello, sir. Yeah, much better. Cool. What can you show us that's not tied to an NDA? I believe, let me do a quick scan, a pan and scan for you retro folks. Some of y'all might know what a pan and scan is. Some of y'all probably have no clue what a pan and scan is. I think I'm okay. I think I can show you practically everything except the toilet. I'm not going to show the toilet. I can show you practically everything in here today. Tyler says, oh, crazy. The free OBS version? Yes, the free OBS version. Jacob says, we're doing all right. Doing all right. It's all right. Have a good time. We're so slammed can't see straight, but lots of fun. Well, that's cool. I would like to be in that situation. I'm slow right now. I was doing really well the first 2 months, and right now I'm kind of slow. But, I mean, I got that South by ticket. So my next week, my wife is like, my next week will be interesting. We'll see what that does. Scott, tell the story of when you live streamed to yourself for an hour. I did delete that. It was out there. I'm trying to remember what it was that I did. I think, pretty sure it was OBS. And yeah, it was definitely OBS. And I didn't copy the stream. Like when I shared the stream key or the link to everybody else, I didn't copy the right string onto my streaming. So I was streaming to this private thing, and I sat here for an hour talking, and I was like, maybe somebody will come by later and watch this and really, really enjoy it. And I entertained myself for an hour and kind of got bored, and then I finally gave up, and I felt like, wow, was that like peak Scott? There's no more after this. And then it was like a day later, I clicked. It was like, oh, I wonder if that link was the same. And then I was like, oh, yeah. Oh, the good old days. Tyler says, that's what I used. Got a lot to learn how to overlay the comments. So yeah, I'm using live chat overlay. It's an extension for Google Chrome. And it does work. And there's one guy on the YouTubes who had it. Everybody else on YouTube and in the world has no answer for this. I would love it if it was Firefox, but this guy did a video on it, and this one guy who programmed this thing, kudos for you, it works. I mean, there's things I would change, but yeah. Jacob says, also started to work on a new album. We got asked to play a showcase at South by. Not really sure if it was legit, but we were so booked, none of us could commit to the gig. Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's fun. We need to get some music videos for the Hamill Bros. I think for the band, it's not the Hamill Bros. It's put your what is it? Oh God, I can't remember it. Yeah, put your free thing in the bottom. Classic Scott. Yep. Labor. Yeah. Yes. Labor the 12th. Yes. His name is John Q. Labor the 12th. He's a descendant of many, many years of fine guitarry. And yes. H2. H2, that the H2 overlay, right? I think is what you're asking about. I feel like I tried that, and I did not have a lot of success with it. And I think it's because there was no like clear guide on how to install it. There was a live stream where he was playing with it and H2 overlay graphics, I think. Yeah, H2R graphics. Yeah, thank you. He does a lot with it, and I bought. It runs on Raspberry Pi, I think. I even bought a Raspberry Pi specifically for it. I think it was either that or something else. But I did not have luck with it, and maybe it was because it was still like in beta, like when it originally came out. This was back in the original 2020 days. Yeah, I just didn't have luck with it, and I would like for it to work. That'd be cool. Yes, Labor the 12th. I don't know what it means, but it could just be Labor XII, Captain. It's an old sea chanty. Matthias, H2R Graphics has comments and a lot more for live streams. Yeah, yeah. Let's see here. What have you changed on your stream? I've received 2 to 3 5-second ads since you started the stream. Never got them before. Interesting. So when I do the live streams, when I did it with StreamYard goes in and sets it up for you on all the platforms. And then I have to go into YouTube and I have to tell it to monetize. When you set it up on YouTube, there was an option there that said, did you want to insert ads in between? And I checked it. Well, I think it was checked, actually. It's probably checked from a long time ago, but I've always had midstream ad rolls in my videos. So I assumed it was that. So I wonder if it wasn't that. It's literally going to insert them randomly. But that's what I checked. It will be interesting to see if it adds up. If it doesn't add up to anything, then I'll just take it off. But I mean, if it takes me from where I make 22, let's see. I'll give you an example. Let me see how much I make on a live stream. Where Scott actually does make money on a live stream, well, not make money, still. Where Scott actually gets money is super chats. So if you just happen to feel generous and you wanted to super chat, that's where I actually see money. Okay, so last week's live stream. All right, fine. That is a sad analysis. That was, right? That is, yeah. March 3rd. Yeah, so I made 94 cents. 94 cents on that. And I lost 2 subscribers. That's a pretty sad stat. The previous one, I made 62 cents on that. And I didn't lose any subscribers, though. The one with Mutiny on it, I made... Oh, I had super chats. Okay, so let me see what that... I made $1.66 plus super chats. And then with Shane Hurlbut, I made a total. That one was pretty good. There was no super chats in there, right? Yep. That was total. I made, on Shane's, I made $8. So that's that. That's what that is. Worth another look. Okay, I will check it out. H2R graphic. Yeah, I'm subscribed to him, so I see his videos when he comes out. I actually found him when he was doing tiny homes. I thought that it was interesting, and I think he's progressed from that. Speaking of FX9, the overdue C500, it's got to be 8K with an RF mount and possibly red raw. I don't know if it'll be a C500. I think it'd be a C700 or maybe a C600. I wonder which of the big camera companies will copy Ronin 4D Flex. I don't think anybody's going to copy that. To me, the Ronin 4D is a platform. You're going to buy a camera package, and it's going to be the 8K. That's what everybody's going to be pushing here, and I think that'll be in a B. I think that'll be their big thing. You're going to buy the camera, and then you could throw it on the 4D body. You could throw it on a compact body. You could throw it on the Inspire 3, or you could throw it on a gimbal body or something like that. I think that's what DJI is going to head with their 4D technology. That's my guess. Speaking of which, I always miss the witty intros as the lives always start with an ad. Oh, you just delay the intro a few seconds, I guess. I could do that. That'd be fine. I had always hoped that ads would just delay the intro, but it doesn't work that way, and I do feel guilty about that. Let's see. There's 3 likes. There's 21 people watching and only 3 likes. That makes Scott sad. Almost like the 92 cents that I might earn on this thing. We'll see. Justin, we'll see if I was trying to remember who had said it. We'll see if it adds up to $1.06. Oh, it's a washer. I was like, what does that sound? If I get $1.06 in revenue on this, then I'll turn off the midstream ads. I mean, there's a little trade that can be done in there for show. You know, it would be great if my loving wife, who is hopefully listening, would bring me a Padron 2000 from the bottom of the humidor. I'm not allowed to talk in that normal voice. Tyler says 4 now. Sorry. Oh, no, I got 9 likes. I got 9. 6 of you were like, oh, shucks, I'll just give him a like. And it immediately bumped to 9. I enjoy that. I mean, if you give someone a thumbs up, it's like a little pat on the back. The bigger question is, did my wife hear me? She likes to listen in, but you never know. So was there anything in the studio you wanted to see? Anything, did you want to see a mini studio tour? Because the problem I'll have is when I get up, I'll be able to talk and move the camera around, but I won't be able to see what you're saying. So if there's stuff you'd like to see, I would be most apt to show you. I can do that. I could also, it might be fun. I could take you into the editing bay if anybody wants to see that. Matthias says, yes, a studio tour. A studio. So let's do a mini studio tour. The door has opened. And a giggle occurs. Then, do I got my pants on? Yeah, I don't know. Is this too much leg for you? I got pants on. What you got for me? What you got for me? Ah, yes. Yep. You can see her feet. The puppy cam, he had to move. I don't have anything to, you want to snip that? And then bring me a lighter and a tray. Access rig, lighting setup. Yep. Okay. Before the studio, you got your pants on. Yes. Just point the camera in direction of unreleased products, basically. Hey, Tyler. Hey, oh, different Tyler. Yes. I was like, wait, I already said hi. How about that 8-axis rig? Yep. All right, let's see what I can do here. Let's take off Greg's. Shorts come, rain or shine. Yep. Oh, and I'm going to switch to Cam 4. There we go. And if I point at the floor, then it's because I don't want you to see how dirty it is or what have you. Because it is a little messy in here, so you'll have to have an open mind a little bit here. I'm gonna give a little quick studio tour because I've got wireless, so might as well. All right, let's see what we got here. Oop. It is very dark, yes. And we're gonna boost that ISO. We're really being a little noisy. So there's, hi, buddy. What's up, buddy? What's up? You don't want to say hi. He's like, no. Okay, so we've got this. This is the former green screen floor, which is now gray because I was so tired of the. Oh, you can actually see the green up there where we couldn't reach with the paint. Okay, so let's. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna come right back over here, and I'm gonna check the chat. Y'all let me know if it is if it's doing good. Oh, Dylan sent me some money. Thank you, Dylan. Hold on. I'm gonna highlight that. Thank you. Oh, look at that. It's got a cute little animated everything. Okay, it looks like we're not dropping anything. You said it here, wasn't it? Think you have a drink at NAB. Oh, yeah, that's exactly one Diet Coke at NAB. Thank you. Okay, so it looks like it didn't go static or anything, so we're good there. Okay. All right. So we've got back this way. Let me kind of get all the way back. The wife is like, "Oh crap! Now I can't get out." Let's do a little exposure shift here. I don't know where it is. So you can see the studio is not very big. So it's 20 feet this way. Let's follow her. Let's see where she's going. I'm tripping over a stepladder. Surprisingly enough, I actually need a stepladder. Okay, so it's 20 feet by 32 feet. So there's a corner back there, and it goes all the way over here. And then there's my air conditioner, and there's some storage up there. Got a nice little kitchen. The fan that you always hear is that stupid ice maker right there. Okay, then we've got, this is the gear locker, basically, where everything's stored. It is truly a mess. I'm literally still cleaning up from the shoot. There's battery storage. This is the lens locker. No, wait, there's a, you'd think I'd know how to give a tour. Let's see here. There's lights I can do. There's a light. There's light. So there's you can kind of see filter storage and lenses and then accessories and stuffs. Turn that off. Turn that off. Go back over here. Diffusions and rails. Every kind of bag on the planet. Let's see here. Huh? They wanted a studio tour, so I'm giving them the literally it's worth a nickel tour, so they're going to see how bad and messy everything is. This is right now where all the floppies and everything are stored because I don't really have a place. Not yet. And so this is the 8-axis rig that people have seen a little bit. Right now it's on the compact dolly at the moment, so I needed more room so that Rex could immediately take it over. So we have pan and tilt and roll and focus, and it's a very compact. Maybe go to the other side here. Let me see. Sorry if this is not stabilized. So we'll see if we can see from that side. I don't have enough C-stands, as you can see. There's not enough C-stands. So using a very compact build here, and allows me to mount the focus motor. See how much room I have under the camera? It's very nice. I can't really talk about that, not yet, but it's kind of a lifesaver. Okay, so then we have pan, tilt, roll, focus, and then we have the jib up and down. We have jib swing, and we have dolly forward and back, and then we have an aux that I can use, and it works really, really well. This is currently how I am lifting the jib, and I'm winded only because I'm nonstop talking. And this is the Kessler Power Block. That is now, I think it's available on their website now. So this is how I am doing the swing on the jib. So I've got this power block right here, which rotates, and then the linkages rotate to the bottom here. And so it will, it rotates it. I mean, you get about a total of about 100 degrees of swing, maybe 110 degrees of swing. It's not full 180, but it's not bad. Are you trying to escape? Or are you just watching the stream? Right now, lighting, I'm literally just using, this is the little Amaran 100XS going through, a big 4x, and then I have a net right here just to kind of knock down the desk. And then we're going to go back over here. So we got the little Amaran 200XS is blasting through the overexposed window that goes through the set on the other side. Over here, let's see here. This is the new. Well, it's not new. It's Raubei's rotational rig, and it's quite cool. It works really well, and basically you could put something on the center and it stays stationary, and then you rotate your camera around it. But what's really cool about it, let me give this will be likely the next review that comes out. But I'll just show you guys because I care. Did I? Oh, is it dead? Can you give me a V-mount, please? Yep. So the cool thing with the Raubei, and there'll be a full review on this, is you could have a background here, and then the camera could be here, and this can go out quite a bit. There's extensions for it that I have. I'm using it in a very compact, and I've got my blue tape sitting on my object where I was mounting GDU lenses. It should work. Let me put this down here. Let's see if we have. It's not my favorite. Yep, that works. If I was a good DP, I would correct my my color balance here. But here's turntable. Let's see. Make sure we're clear. We are clear. Okay, so you can see I'm using now a Kessler power block, and I 3D printed a gear to go on the bottom, and then one there. And then we can do. Let me make sure it's going to clear before I spin it up to speed. Oh, I need to take that one off. I'm pretty sure. There's a, you can make these go very fast. The power block is quite capable, but I'm going to remove this Aputure MT Pro right there because, yeah. All right, so let's see what we get here. I'm going to speed it up. Always ramp. So that is with a 100 series motor. They have them down to 25. And a 25 series motor would be 4 times faster than this. It has no problem all day long. And this looks pretty fantastic at 240 frames a second. But it also works really, really, really good. Of course, you can't see anything now because I just stopped it. It works really good in slow. So I shoot it at it's about a 25-second rotation around the whole thing. And what? Oh, is there a question? Okay, I'll come back in and get some questions, and then I'll go back out. All right, hold on. Coming through. You say hi? You say hi, buddy? Say hi. Say, shake. That's a good boy. That's a good puppy. Wife's shoes. Now we place this over here. And then let me get to questions. I need a new battery on that. Where is there it is, my charge cable. If you want to grab me a Sony battery, there's over there stacked. Okay, so there we go. Let's go back here. Oh, okay. So you could have been, you were reading questions out. I thought you were making jokes. You were literally reading questions. Yeah, you could have sat over here and just read the questions. That'd have been funny. Okay, let's see here. Neat, says Robert. Do you have enough C-stands? No. Play us a lick on that guitar. No stairway. What? No stairway? Denied. Cool stuff. How long does it take to set up a location? Power that off and swap the battery. It should drop straight through. Make sure it's shut down first. It takes a minute. How long does it take to set up on location? That rig, it depends on how I have it torn down. I can rig that where it could be done in about an hour-ish to set up. It's not fast. It's because of all the cable management, and it's not a purpose-built solution. It is engineered by me with the Kessler Lego system, not trademarked. I'm working on ways with the power blocks and some other cool things coming soon. I'm working on other way. Yep. I'm working on ways to just power it up. To make that faster. Greg says, if you have the patience, would be useful to see a Kessler packing list for Scott's 8-axis rig. Yeah, so the comment / oh, can you turn the fan on? Yeah, yep. Is if there's enough people that is interested in that, then that is loud. I'm gonna get a better one of those. If there's enough people interested in doing rigs like this, then Kessler will put up a page. It's not, we're doing things this way that Kessler did not design their stuff to do. They designed the motors to be versatile, and they designed the jib to be a jib. They didn't design it to do everything that I'm doing. So they want to make sure that everyone understands that you're building this outside of spec. And so there's always going to be a little bit of give and take there, but they over-engineer everything so much that you could get away with incredible amounts of stuff. But where I was going with that was, if enough people have interest in a setup like that, they will do a page out there and say, this is the Scott Balcom Franken rig, and these are all the parts, so that it'd be very easy for you to choose what it is. I won't make any commission on that because, quite frankly, everybody gets better deals through Kessler anyway than using my link. So, it is what it is. To know what pieces to put this together. I got you. Okay. Is that rotating cable rig to a Kessler? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, yep. So cool. How about inertia? So, I can start and stop that thing with this motor at about, with a camera on it and the counterweight. I can start and stop it at about 60 to 70% power. It's putting wear on the gearbox and the motor by doing that. It's a lot of torque to torque that up. So I always start it at 30% or 20%, and then spin it up that way. It's safer, it's better, and I'm about treating stuff and keeping expectations where they should be, because, and I think that's where Kessie is trying to prevent, is he doesn't want someone buying the motor and goes, well, Scott did it, why can't I just give it 100% on a 50 series motor and click go? And why did it, break a belt? Or it won't break a belt, but it'll probably loosen the pulley off actually, it probably won't. It will probably undervolt and give an axis error. That's probably what because the amperage to spin that up would probably exceed. You probably wouldn't snap a gear and you wouldn't snap the pulley. In fact, I've never snapped a gear or a pulley, and I definitely haven't snapped a belt. So, yeah, but they're just trying to prevent someone from just clicking a button, trying to spin it at 100% and do it. Can you reverse direction or stop on the spot? Sorry, jumping around here. You can reverse direction on it. You just need to bring it down to a speed where you can stop it and then go the other direction. If there's enough people that like that, then I could, and we could all petition to have I was just using a second shooter controller for that, but we could have second shooter or cine shooter in the turntable mode, have a setting where we could adjust by tens really fast. That would be nice. Because right now, you started at a percentage and by telling it which direction to go, and it'll be at, say, at 30%, and it starts up. And then you can hold down the up button, and it'll go up by 1% increments. And then after 3 seconds of holding it down, it goes by tens, which is why it spun up like it did. It'd be nice if you could do two additional buttons could go up by tens for the beginning. Consistency of speed. Yes, Ollie. That is exactly why I wanted to motorize that, because the Raube is nice. It does really cool stuff. However, you're never going to match a shot. So you're going to spin it by hand, and it has a really nice bearing system. It's really nice. But you have a giant flag that's going around. You have a camera on there. You have counterweights. You have, you have drag that's on there. It's never going to be the same speed as it comes around. So, and then, when you give it a quick spin, you've got to wait for it to stabilize, because here you are pushing on it. It's going to wiggle a little bit as it does. By doing the motor, I can spin it up, and it's always at the set speed, and it's really, really cool. Puppy smiles. Yep. Is that a robot arm motor? Basically, yes. It is. The power blocks are literally just, so this is, as I drop everything off, this is a TLS motor. So this is what goes on the sled for the TLS time-lapse system. Inside here is the motor and the gear drive and the encoders, or decoder, whichever they are, encoders. That package that's in here is the same thing that's in all of their motors. So they use the same drive and everything, and then there's the gear ratio. So this is the 100 series, which is a 128 gear reduction. There's 200 is a 256, 500 is a 512. The 50 is a half of 128. 64, it's actually 56, I thought. And then they have a 27-to-1 motor, which is really, really fast. But they just built it in a package, so the aluminum cheese plates that go around it, and they were able to sell it for the same price, because it's interesting. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive, but building the cheese plates is the same price as building custom metal housings and having them, pressed and all that kind of stuff. So that makes sense. So it's a builder's motor. It's kind of nice. It's pretty cool. All right. So, anybody have questions that they want to re-see anything in the studio? Or do you want to see more? What do you want to say? I can go on more tours. I can do this. I can do this. It's all up to you guys. Let's see. We're still not dropping that many frames. 3% dropped frames is totally fine. Everybody's quiet all of a sudden. Does it have the same strength as the turntable kit motor then? Yes, depending on... So Kessler makes 2 turntable motors. They actually make a third, by the way. Remind me, Justin, on that one. Because I can now offer it. I can offer it. They can now offer it. They're not pushing it, but they can offer it. And it has much better capability. So they have 2 turntable. You grab a pan motor for me out of the bin. They have the low speed turntable and they have the high speed turntable. The difference in there is literally the motor, or the motor's the same. It's the gearbox that they have that's in there. The high speed one, I think it's a 50 series motor. It might be a 25, but I went crazy. It's okay if you can't find it, or did you get it? Okay. Yep. So this is the regular series motor, and I think it has a 200 series motor in it. I'm not sure right offhand. I know the difference. And they told me this. They said, if you're going to order the high-speed version, you need to know it's wildly fast. And it is. And it's the one I was spinning the overhead rig at high speed. And that one you absolutely have to ramp because that's a lot of torque. But it's the same inside. It's just they're using a belt drive system in here to the way it's wild how it's done. But it's the same motor. So you can get, as long as you keep the ratios the same, it would be the same exact amount of torque that's on there. So they have the regular speed, and then they have the high speed. Now they also have a direct or a gear drive turntable motor option. And it can handle an extraordinary amount of weight, and it has an extraordinary amount of torque. And the way it's working, it's a different motor. I don't know if it's a different motor. It's a different gearing system inside, and it's all, there's no belts. It's all gear. And then it uses the shuttle dolly wheels as outriggers to help support the weight on the hub. So the turntable itself looks about this size, but it can handle like hundreds of pounds. He told me the number, I can't remember it, but it's a lot, because there's a friend that wanted something that could handle a couple of 100 pounds, and it can do it. I don't quote me, but I think the price for that high end turntable, I think, is a little over $800 for that one, but they do have it. I would love to hear your answer, however. I just learned about the photographer's guide to lighting. Hear your answer about the photographer's guide to lighting. Tell me the photographer, what do you mean? I can't answer if I don't know the question. It looks bigger in person than the picture on the website. It's because of the cool belt drive in there that they have. It's pretty wild. Let me make sure that no one's texting me saying, "What are you saying?" That tends to happen. Okay. Yep. All good there. All good there. All good there. Hey, did you know I was live? Yeah, you too told me. That was an ad that popped up. Oh, yeah. I don't see the ads. All right. Any other things you want to see in the studio? You want to see the edit bay, which is a little messy, but not horrible. You got me another drink? This is sweet. You just wanted my drink, didn't you? And then I'm going to take care of this horrible prop that needs to be done. But I can take y'all for a spin again, show you some more stuffs. I think, yeah, I think what I don't like about the ads is there's no countdown. They just pop up. Okay. How long are they, Justin? I do care. I don't want to inundate people with ads. Although I will tell you, I got tired of it myself, and I just bought the YouTube Premium. I won't sit through an ad. It kills me. So I do agree with you. But and they were getting really bad about it too. But I just paid for the premium to get rid of them all. Do show where the dance of the edits takes place. Yes, I will show that. Okay. What do you say?
No, that one over here, but it has a.
Which one? Oh, that's the tilt. Yeah. Rex, we're not going anywhere, dude. We're not done. No, we're going to more tours. What? More tours? He's like, can we go? Can we go? This is that's with the pan and tilt. So there's my hand for reference. Let me zoom that out a little bit. My hand for reference here, and put this on top, and then you mount a light to it, and then you have a pan and tilt light. What's the matter, buddy? What's the matter? What's the matter? And then let's see, we have let's see, what is oh yeah, we got that. I probably just showed my address, didn't it? Let's see, we've got, this is the kitchen set, well, the back of it. Sorry, I'm coughing a lot today. We have all of our seamless, and then our roll around table, and then our bookcase of stuffs. Up here we have storage, our Mac Mini server, and then 100 terabyte array. That's 100 terabytes of Unraid, and then Synology there, and then let's see. If someone asks a question, come and find me and read it off. Okay, so then we'll go to the dance of the edits. Oh, ha. That would have been important, wouldn't it? Everybody's like, this sucks. This is horrible. You guys suck. Let's try again. Let's do the whole thing. Here's the dog. This is the pan and tilt with the put a baby pin on top, and then you can mount a light to it, and you got pan and tilt light. Okay, then we got kitchen set right there, the back of the kitchen set. What else was I talking about? I talked about the bookcase. There's the bookcase that goes, this wall, I just put the wall, or put the door through here. This is a non-load bearing wall, so it's fine. Up here we have storage, 100 terabytes of Unraid. Synology's right there. Everything's faster. You don't have to listen to me. Humble. What?
Your address is secure.
Oh, well, that's true. Unless I just pan right over here. No, let's see here.
Another classic moment playing out.
Another Balcom travesty. Let's see here. What we've got. So this is going to be hard to see. I'll see if I can. All right. So yeah, that's okay. Ooh, allow it to. What? Did you shut down? Oh, I know why. The internal temperature went too high, but it's because I had the. Hold on. I had the. I just kicked the dog thing. I had the. This is the A7 IV, and I had the screen up against the back here, which you cannot do. Let's see if it'll power up now. There we go. Try this again. Can't do that. I was trying to be all. I'll be switch it this time so we can say, okay, we're going to take the floor. There's the dog. I There's so it's kind of a mess in there, but there's all prop storage, bags, drums, and stuff and things, and then kind of this is such an embarrassing thing. This is my theater at the moment. Telescope stuff, prop stuff. Let's go through the nasty floor here. Then we have this is too bright. Let's turn this down. Ah, yes, the dents of the edits. So this is the edit bay. We have a sound cloud up here. We have a selection of guitars that are all around here. We have a tiny little bebop kit. We have of course, my Roland Piani that I did the Kessler roll on. A couple of guitar amps. Let's see here. Oh, need to not show that. Okay, I need to not show that. Sorry. There's a couple of things. Need to not show that. Okay. All right. So, and everybody's like, wait, what did he remove? So we have just a Native Instruments keyboard there that I use. These are my monitors. I tend to color grade using the Sony monitor here. This is the Dell Ultra Wide. When my clients want me to do a TikTok vertical, I do it on this little monitor here. I have Yamaha monitors here. Check my audio levels with the TC Electronics there. My MacBook Pro there. This is my analog chain for doing voiceovers and such. Let's see here. Let me see what is. So there's a mic locker for microphones. Let's see what else is in here. So there's headphones there. This is all running on solar, by the way. So all of this is powered by solar, which is kind of cool. Let me make sure I can spin around. Okay, yep. And then over here is where my wife sits. She's actually working for those of you who are members of the channel. I've promised blooper reels, and she's actually working on the blooper reels right here. She has to go through and gather all of my mess ups, which apparently I do a lot. And she's compiling those and putting those into an edit. There's my original mirror door with my Pro Tools rig, and then I have modular synth there. That's an Insonic synth, old. My original keyboard, my very first one that I ever got as a kid. It's rather bad, but I can't not have it. And then that's this is a TrueNAS. That's a TrueNAS server there. That's my original Windows powerhouse. This is a Windows. This is one of my later editing rigs. That's what Cynthia edits off of. And then is that all? Let's see. I'll go through the floor. Solar right here. That's what's running everything. And then we're going to come back in here. Okay, everybody's like, "Oh my God, what a mess!" And there's a happy puppy. Is that what they're saying? They're saying, "What a mess!"
No. You can't say anything because you're in there.
Well, you can yell it out going, "Hey, they said you're stupid." Oh, okay.
No more tangent.
No more tangent panels. I went to the micro, okay, here we go. Okay. Let's go through it. And switch. There we go. Do we have a puppy cam anymore? Let's see.
Where did it go? There it is.
Oh, go push that address underneath the table. Yep, good. And then now go over to the camera down there and tap on him. Just tap on him on the screen. People like the puppy. They don't like me. Better. Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. Rob says, same, premium all the way. 5-second ads, had 5 of them in 90 minutes. Again, no issue. You need to reap the rewards. Well, thank you. Didn't switch cams. Well, thanks for telling me now, Ollie. Forgot to switch. Another classic moment paying out. Laughing. Okay. He's showing all the NDA items. I might have. I might have shown something there. I might have teased something there. I mean, I did. I teased something there, but I'm just not going to say what it was. Let's see here. Rob's like, this is gold. I want to know, is it gold because I forgot to switch? Or of course. Bring up the puppy cam, and he leaves. Okay, we're doing good on dropping frames. Good. Okay. This is gold. Laughing. Address is secure. Okay, yeah. So everybody was enjoying me being me. Proving why Canon is the way. You need the A1. I have the XL one back there. Right there. No more tangent panels. Yep, I did the, I honestly, I wish I had the mini panel because of the screens is nice. But there's one button that I wish the micro panel had, and that is add serial node. I just can't believe that. Two things. A, they don't have that button. And B, you can't remap buttons. Just give us a way to remap buttons, really. I mean, come on. Okay, that's pretty funny. Apparently, when I was walking around giving everybody the audio tour, we dropped like 10 people off the street. People are like, nah, I ain't watching this. We get to have an extra long stream tonight. I just started burning this prop. It's going to take a little bit. Let's see here. Nope, safe there. Making sure. Just making sure I didn't blow any unofficial NDAs. Okay. Okay, there. Okay. All right. Feeling good. Looking good. Pretty sure the new panel will be announced at NAB. I don't know. I don't know what they would put in it. I mean, I know what I would put in it, but I don't know that they will. Yeah, I don't know. I would love if they could sell a panel with if they could sell the mini panel for $1,000, they would destroy the market. They're not exactly missing the market right now, so I don't know that they would. Boy, everybody dropped off. Man, there's just like 7 people on here now. And I appreciate all 7 of you. And one of them is probably me, technically. So that was the messy tour. How does that rate for everyone else's places? Not businesses, but everyone else's personal spaces. Does it rate? Is it high on the ADD scale as far as? I didn't show much of the back here, but it's got to be up there on the. Got to be up there on the Tyler. I'm back. It was uploading to Dropbox and everything stopped. Oh, well, that sucks. I don't like Dropbox anymore. Definitely not fast for me. Also, new ATEM pretty sure new panels will be announced. Also, new ATEM mini switchers are likely. Loads of price drops currently. I mean, what they need is they need the ATEM Extreme with both HDMI and SDI, and I know they already have it, and it's expensive, but they need it for the price of just the SDI or HDMI. They've literally destroyed the market, so it's kind of like Komodo. They can do whatever they want because people are just going to buy it because they've got the market on it. And I will say, it is really cool how Blackmagic has basically, I sound like I'm that kid from Simpsons episode. Blackmagic has basically created a television studio for a reasonable price. I mean, used to be you had to buy a video toaster to get all of that feature set, and now you can just buy it all through Blackmagic. Blackmagic. Yeah, all the things that they have are really cool, and for the most part, they work. I do like their. I think their studio cameras are mispriced, but I'm guessing they are literally as low as they can go on them. I think those studio cameras, they should be able to sell those for $500, because who wouldn't buy those studio cameras for $500 a pop? I mean, that's a no-brainer. I got the Atomos XCast, and it's pretty decent. Just needs ISO. Interesting. I know YOLO Live. They want they've been doing a lot in the market. They reached out a while back, but not recently. I kind of wanted to check them out, but the ATEM, they built the ATEM Extreme for, is it paused? Oh, it's dropping frames? No, it's fine, okay. They built the ATEM Extremes around their video environment, and I get it. They want you to buy all Blackmagic stuff, and it would work. And where they tie them all together, it's really nice. Being able to control all your cameras with it. But if I'm going to drop $1,000 on a switcher, and I'm saying this the correct way, if I am so cheap that I'm going to only spend $1,000 on a switcher, then I need my cameras to be cheap as well, and they can't be $1,000 or $1,295, which I think is what the Blackmagic are. So I say I'm saying it right because, I mean, it's cheap. Is a really cheap switcher, because man, there ain't nothing close. Let's see, Blackmagic Studio Camera 4K Pro, $1,795. $1,345 for the 4K. $1,865. So yeah, I mean, I think if they could come up, because if you think about it, you've got the Logitech webcam. I think they have the most expensive webcam now at like $299, and I had one for a while, and I'm very glad I sold it. I sold it peak COVID when everybody wanted cameras and they couldn't get them, and it was horrible. I hated that camera. Horrible. Integration is really nice. Having the DaVinci project file with the mix is huge. Yeah, it's really cool. I do find it interesting that it's only 2K. Everything that they're creating in this price is only 2K. I'm guessing it would probably be a lot more expensive for 4K, like their switcher. But I mean, how long until you can get a switcher for say $3,000 that has 8 inputs. It has Ultimat keying in it. It has all the camera controls, and it has HDMI and SDI. I mean, for $3,000, that'd be really slick. We had a whole bunch of people join and then unjoin. I don't know what that was. The average view duration is 21 minutes and 43 seconds. It's not bad. It's not bad. Well, who's got questions? Who's got questions about what they saw? Who's got questions about anything? Keep me going here. Come on, come on, come on. Let's keep the conversation going, because otherwise I'll just do one of my rambles, which tends to go on for an excessive amount of time, which I can do. I can certainly do that. All the puppets seem upset. What is around here I can chat about? Oh, yeah, this, I keep meaning to do, AccuSoon turns your iPhone into an HDMI monitor. It's pretty slick, actually. Works really well. I think I'm going to do a mini review on this. It doesn't do so much that you need a full-on review for it. It works. If you remember, if you Komodo owners, you remember the first time you used your iPhone to see your stream or to see Komodo, and you're like, hey, that's cool. That's the same feeling you get, but you can use it with any camera with HDMI. Well, any camera with HDMI. Yeah. Let's see here. Let's turn that off. What's cool about that plugin is it tells me when I haven't posted something. Just was talking about what I don't like about the ads is there's no countdown. They just pop up. Yeah. That was super cool. Did I say? Oh, Dylan deserves another. Look at that. I like it. It's got a little super chat with a little shine across it. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. The, uh-oh. There comes the ding. Who dinged me? Oh, okay. The drinks at NAB, the drink that I always get is from the Casa Fuente there in the Caesars Forum Shops. Really, Doug? Hold on. Let me turn this around now. He decided he wanted to be a team player today. Turn this around and shine it back on him. There we go. And tighten that up. And get the puppy cam going again. Track him. There we go. He's like, oh, you're not going in anytime. So he's laid back down. Anyway, the Casa Fuente, they have a tangerine mojito, and it is absolutely incredible. It's delicious, and I think last time I had one been 2019, and they were like $16.95 a piece. So they're probably $22.95 now with NAB pricing and all of that. Should be interesting. Let's see. What can we chat about? I was worried that the feature I was going to be on, I was like, oh no, it's overlapping with Cine Gear, but it actually starts 2 days after Cine Gear, so I get to go to Cine Gear. Yay! Come on, all y'all just listening while you're driving or doing something else, and gonna ask some questions. Throw some questions. Without revealing why, Which are you looking forward to most, NAB or Cine Gear? Can that's, man, you're not even going to let me tell you why. So I'm going to say this year it's NAB. This year. Every other year it's Cine Gear. Now can I say why? Cine Gear is definitely much more relatable to my day-to-day, but it's also a lot of my peers, it's a lot of my mentors, it's a lot of my people I look up to, and they're all in that one little area, and it's way more personal there, and I love Cine Gear for that. But the reason NAB this year is because I didn't go last year, and we didn't have it before. And NAB gives me the chance to interact with so many people that I don't normally get to interact with, and meet and network and talk and all that, which is what I'm hopeful for here on the South by. South by is an interesting one, but definitely a lot of networking, talking with people, and just connecting, letting people know, who I am and who they are, and I love that stuff. Tyler says, I have boring questions. Like, what's a good C camera if I have two Komodos and only EF to RF or F to RF? R5 II, C70, or R5C? So I would rate the C70 more of an A cam, comparing to Komodos. It's more suited that way. I don't know what the R5 II is actually going to have if it does come out. I don't know. I would, with those three choices, I would probably choose the R5C because it does something that the other two don't. The R5 II, I don't know what it does, so it's not fair. The C70 is very comparable to a Komodo, minus the real raw. So I just think I think a C70, it would complement it fine, but you're not gaining a function or slimming down anything. Ali says, crazy how it's been 3 years since the pandemic started and companies were slowly pulling out. Yeah, the surreal look. It was such a weird thing. So weird. Rob says, making me want to go back to NAB. Come on, dude. Come on, go to NAB. I'm staying at the Horseshoe. That's right on the monorail. Yeah, come on up, bro. Come on up. Tyler says, any other choices are good. Just can't do Sony because there's no adapters, right? There's no adapters to RF, but you can adapt to EF all day long. If you have EF, what do you have for EF glass? Because quite honestly, I think the FX30 is the best B-cam value for Komodo. I mean, the FX3 is actually better, but if you've spent all your money on Komodo and you just need a camera, I think the FX30, which is this one right here, I think it's a fantastic camera. I don't want to buy new glass for a third camera. I completely get you there. Completely get you there. Okay, I'm back. Baby decided to go full nuclear. I remember those days. I remember those days when they rear back, their arms are just flailing, and they're no matter what you do holding them, they're just screaming. Yep, I remember those days well. Yeah, Tyler, what EF glass do you have? I like RF glass, and I think we'll see some RF in the future. Okay. So is the Sigma 18 to 35, that's stills version, I'm assuming? The Canon 50 is stills, I'm assuming. The FX30 with the Sigma, with the Sigma branded lens adapter makes the 18 to 35 on the FX30 act like a Sony. It's really fast, fantastic for autofocus with the Sigma. I have the Metabones adapters, and it's okay. I don't typically use autofocus with EF glass with the Metabones. Yes, Tyler. Yes, the MC11. Yes, that is a beautiful adapter. Yep. Rob says, agreed. I've been using the FX30 as a C cam and can cut Amiras. It looks great. It is a really good camera. What's really funny, I shot something at ISO 8000 on it, and I used it. It was kind of it's kind of amazing. Do you think V-RAPTOR will get auto eye focus? So what we know is the capability, the horsepower is there. That Jared has said that. Where it comes down to is, can they pull it off in firmware while getting everything else that they need to get done for firmware? They have a very small firmware crew, and the auto eye or the face eye detection is not. It's not on their list. I think he called it a bonus project that they could kind of work towards. So it is possible. I mean, it is possible on Komodo, but I think he kind of let the wind out of the sails a little bit on the last time he was on, when he said that we're getting close to out of firmware room on Komodo. So that might prevent that from happening in camera. But V-RAPTOR has a lot more space. FX30 is definitely on my mind. Need to figure out the adapter lens situation. Honestly, am I dropping frames? Oh yeah, I'm dropping frames. I'm gonna drop it down here. Let me just go down a little bit on the stream quality, and we'll see if we can keep it going here. We're entering peak satellite time. I think there's virtually, for the money, there's nothing wrong with the FX30. I mean, literally, for the money, there's nothing wrong. It is so competent. And now y'all saw the Deity little adapter, so you can pull time code through USB with the Deity adapters. It's awesome. Yeah, I would strongly consider it. If y'all remember back on live streams, I bought it, and I had kind of set my mind up to return it, and I didn't return it. I kept it, and now I use it way more than I thought I was, and so it's been worthy. Still rocking the EF glass. Love having the variable ND. Yes, absolutely. Plus Dragon is EF. Yes, I also like it. Wish the horsepower. Yeah, I mean, I get you, but remember, we were talking about earlier, the processing power in there is at least 3 years old, at least. Probably 4+ years old. So, yeah, it's doing quite a bit. Ideally, I will get a V-RAPTOR VistaVision and make that A cam, and I have 2 Komodos as B and C. That's the dream. I mean, that's that's what I do. I mean, I have tiers of packages that I like, corporate shoots. High quality. I shoot Dragon and I shoot Komodo. Those are my top tier. When I get V-RAPTOR, that will be my top tier. I'll still bring Dragon out if I have to. I do love it. And then Komodo is a great B cam for that. The other package would be Komodo with Sony. And I had been using the Sony A7S III as a B cam for Komodo on the lesser price ones. And I've done all Sony shoots. But now, I mean, I'll just bring the FX30. FX30 does great as a B cam because you're usually shooting tighter anyway on your B cam anyway. So the crop just helps you. Same, yes. Hold on. Didn't want to. I was kind of yawning, but also coughing. If Komodo was an all-you-can-eat buffet, it would be asking for the check right about it. I mean, there's as for what I know, there's still more things that Komodo is going to get, but I don't think they're massive. I think they're all kind of cleanups on aisle 4. Kind of, well, not even that, just fixing things and making a few things better. I know that power situation that they were working on with the beta firmware, that is alluding to a bigger cool thing that they're going to fix. Not if it was in America, it would hang out until the next meal. 2 points. I will shoot with my Scarlet W for some stuff. I love that. Yeah, that's Dragon. It's beautiful. It is a beautiful sensor. Now, yeah, Scarlet W, that is the 6K sensor, is it not? It's just completely not going to do anything for 5K, but 5K. It's cropped in. If I remember seeing the Scarlet W, I'm pretty sure it's just the 6K sensor, but I don't think there's enough horsepower to get it to 6K in the Scarlet W. I like the Scarlet W. I've just been a lot of stuff shot with it. It's Dragon. Dragon is beautiful. I currently shoot C-Cam with my Nikon D850, and it's just so terrible. Yawning, coughing, yawfing. How about conning? Conning is probably right. Are there no record limits at all? It is it rocks. It rocks all day long, and it has a fan, so it won't do. So like the A7 IV will record 4K all day long, unless you have the screen popped up against the back. It needs that back, like where the screen pops in. It needs that as like a heat sink. If you noticed, it overheated because I had it closed. As soon as I opened it, gave it 1 minute, turned it back on, it's been running continuously ever since. As I look to make sure it still is. Is it Scarlet? Yeah, Scarlet is 5K, but I'm fairly certain that it is a 6K. It's the 6K sensor, because if I remember correctly, there have only been 3 Dragon sensors ever made. There's Dragon 6K, Dragon 8K, and Dragon Raven 4.5K. And I believe the Scarlet W is a 6K. If someone, let me look. Let me see if I can pull it up here. What I'm looking for is the internet to work. Really? Is it dropping frames? No, it's right. It's being a butt. Rob, you have Scarlet W handy. If you do, if you could snap a picture of the sensor and just send it to me, just so I can see the mount and the sensor, and I'll tell you if it's the 6K. Because like when I looked at the Super 35 V-RAPTOR, it's tiny. It is a tiny, tiny little sensor, and that is Super 35 in size. Cool, thank you, Rob. Yeah, all these pictures online are not of the sensor. They have the lens cap on it, or they're at an angle. Ooh, that's so close, so close. Or you know what I could do, Rob? Well, yeah, if you take the picture, crap, I can't do it. Daggum it. I was going to show it's mounted all up on the rig. The Dragon is, so I couldn't. I was going to show it to the camera so you could look. Yeah, there's no picture. What is that? What is that one? It's not saying what it is. Let's see here. Ooh, the air conditioner feeling good. And I have no idea what I'm having for dinner tonight either. I was going to do a brisket this weekend, but with is it not streaming? Oh, we're dropping frames now. All right, let me slow it down here. We're definitely at peak. Let's take it down. There we go. That should get us through. Quality should drop a little. Still should be 1080. It's just going to be a little softer. Copy that. The Red had an option to upgrade. No, Ollie, that was only no, that was Dragon X. So they had the trade-in. You could trade in the Scarlet W for the Dragon X. Yeah, Rob says he thinks he heard the same thing. Because the lineup changed as Scarlet became Weapon 5K, and you could upgrade. So, Weapon 5K, well, no, it was DSMC 2 Unified. So, Dragon X was created with DSMC 2 Unified. So, they basically just, since they had Unified ready, they just put the Dragon sensor in there. And Unified had all the horsepower that you needed. The Scarlet W had half the horsepower, I think. There's Rob. Let me see here. Yeah. So that's it's kind of I'm not plugged in. Damn it. Oh, I can say damn it too. I'm allowed to say that now. As long as damn is no longer considered a curse word on the tubes of you. Even in the first 8 seconds, I can say, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't normally say it too often, but, let's see, that is 8. Oh, of course. God. Come on, iPad. Figure it out. When I put this on, I never, ever want it to be that. Mirror. Why? Okay, so Rob, thank you. So here is the sensor. So if you look at what they did, or not, there we go, you can see that it is, I wish I could do a frame grab on that. They have a block around it. What are they, mat. They have a mat? Is that the right word? It's not the right word. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah. Shame on Jared for not being on the stream to chime in. He's busy. This week has been nonstop, I think, for him. Because he had like the ASC Awards on Sunday, and then he had a bunch of things to go during the week. So he's been very busy. So he's probably not on, but I'm pretty sure that looks, it screams. Oh, ha ha ha. Cynthia messaged me. She said smash burgers. Do we have buns? It's pretty funny. It is nice. It's like, but I stream live on YouTube. It's my intercom system. Your 720 and 1080p look exactly the same. Right now it would, but let's see. Let me boost it back up. See if it can handle it. You never know what the satellites are doing at the moment. Let's see. See if we start dropping frames. So now we're streaming up. Okay, we're not dropping frames. So how do I look now? Am I lovely? Do you see all the pixels upon my face? 1080 should look pretty good. This jitteriness though, this is the black magic. It does not like, OBS has some kind of frame issue with the stream. So I can move and you can see it jittery. It is not that way here. He usually go to NAB. If he does, he usually goes for like a day. It is really hard to find him. He'll usually blow through the hall. Did I dribble on me? I did. He usually will blow through the hall really fast and check out a bunch of things. He's usually taking meetings and such. So if he goes, it'll probably be for just a day. Maybe fly in, fly out. You just never know. But he's been known to make it. Can't wait for NAB. Hope there's a particular super secret dinner again. Hope I can get an invite again. Yeah, I would also like that as well. I'm hoping there is such a thing. I've had such bad luck every year with those super secrets that I've had things that go back to back against them. So it makes it really hard. I will, if it comes up, I will be going to it though, because I miss my friends. Last time, 2019. 2019 was the B&H party, which was cool. You're not wrong. Just go to the highest point of the hall and look around for a head poking out of the crowd with a red cap. He doesn't. I don't think he wears red caps to NAB. I don't think I've seen him. I'm gonna see if I can find. Man, it's gonna be tough because that year I switched. 2019. Let's see. It's March. Oh, there we go. Let me send that to. Yeah, I don't know what he's wearing in that picture. Let's see. Send that to there. Let me see what else I have here. This guy. Now I'm having fun. Let's see here. So we've got. So there's this guy. I saw him in NAB. Then see, can't tell on his hat there. What hat he's wearing? I don't think it was a red hat. Let me see what I got here. Let's see, who else? Who else do I have here? Come on, show me all of them. So, that was me driving there. Oh, Josiah, yeah. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that was okay. Let me send this one. That was a cool thing. Oh, I guess that was it. I didn't take a lot of pictures. Airdrop to the M1. LOL. He's gonna. You never know. You never know. That would be funny. And Rob, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Let's see here. We got that. So we got this. So this was the B&H party. This was that super incredibly awesome the B&H party where they gave us this table, and the table was incredible. That was the silver armband treatment, and it was insane. We had our own security guard. It was awesome, and we all had fresh cigars. Lots of cool people there. There's Boggs and Kurt Pear, and yeah, lots of people. Got to hop off. Oh, thanks, Rob. Thanks for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. Great stream. Thanks. I'm going to continue to do. Let's see. As long as we're not dropping. Yeah, we're not dropping right now. I'm going to continue to do the OBS unless I have a guest. The table was epic. And hold on, Rob. Before you go, hold on. I got one more thing to show you. I gotta get rid of like all the way over here. And oh no, it's hidden right now. Cynthia knows exactly what. Oh man, it's back behind all the stuff I can't. Man. Well, I'll show the. I can show. That was the. Well, that's out of focus horribly. Those were the armbands that did everything. Man, that stinks. I took one of the big signs for the red party, B&H party. So I have the full poster board. I managed to get it in my luggage. It was hilarious. Still have my band. Sweet. That was a truly epic party. I don't know if there's a B&H party this year. I hope there is. I hope I know somebody that can get me in. I would of course never expect that silver armband treatment ever again. That's a once in a lifetime thing. There's lots of those in life. It's kind of amazing, and it's those that it just puts a smile on your face. It's yeah. All right, Rob, have a great evening there. Ooh, look at me going 2.5 hours already. But only 12 likes. That's sad. We got 19 people out here. Adobe party was... Yeah, so the Adobe party at Cine Gear was kind of interesting, too. They had good food at that one. The Adobe party... Oh, yeah, the Adobe party, that's right. Yeah, the Adobe party was at that... is it that bar... that had like the overlook over the strip, but it was all sealed up. It was like a Mexican restaurant or cantina or something like that. That's where I was chatting with Seth from Red Giant, Seth and Film Riot. I love that guy. I'd go to Adobe and troll. Talk about Resolve. I felt so bad. That was the year that I pulled the engineer to the side and just I didn't light him up. I just listed out all the issues that I had with Premiere and such, and he's like, can't tell you. I felt so bad because like literally everybody was sitting in the Adobe booth going, yeah, Creative Cloud sucks. But I will definitely go to the Blackmagic booth at NAB this year and give them some kudos. I mean, they've always had some really good stuff, but I think Resolve really deserves a patented Scott Balcom pat on the back, which means absolutely nothing, but I just want to give it. 2 points, Ollie. Crash the Adobe party. Wouldn't that be funny if, like, you go to the Adobe party, but the system was down or it crashed, they couldn't get in? It's not bad at all. I checked out the FX30 for $3,200. I can get everything I need. I like how the memory card is more than half of the body. You don't need that memory card. You do not need that memory card. So the you don't need for almost everything. So that's the those are the cover my eye. There we go. Those are the upside down. Oh my God, the world is shifting. The memory cards. The only thing you need this for is if you want to shoot in the all iframe mode, or if you want to shoot in 120 frames a second in the high bit rate, not the bits, because you could shoot. So I use these are my favorites right here. Cover my eye. So the Pro Grades are my absolute favorite SD cards. I can shoot 10-bit H.265 at 220 megabits. So you can get the higher as long as you're shooting in 24 or 30 frames a second. You can do that with these cards. And these cards are not expensive at all. These I've also had some reasonably good luck with. I have a love-hate with Lexar though. Lexar cards, they tend to die on me. So I'm trying these. But the Pro Grades are by far my favorite. And Pro Grade also has those Type B cards too, or Type A's. Tyler says, will an 80 cut it? Nope, it will not. But you can record 2 hours and 20 minutes in the 100 megabit, 10-bit 422 H.265. You can record 2.5 hours on it. It's fantastic. If you go to 220, it cuts that in a little less than half. But most everything that I shoot at the 100 megabit on these, and people love the footage. It looks great. The H.264 at 100, it looks really good. H.265 at 100 looks better. And then you can take them both at 220. It works really, really, really good. Patrick says, I used Premiere 20 years ago. I go back further. Never went back and will never go back to that. Yeah, even life depends on it. Yeah, I understand you. 2398. Yes, sir. Then you're good to go. You can shoot 220 all day long with the Pro Grades. You know what memory cards aren't half the cost of a body? The Canon CF Express Type Bs. They are nice. And they would have been in the Komodo. But remember, Komodo was built a while back. Hi, Timmy. How are you? Timmy's going to be my hotel buddy at NAB. So you'll see us walking around like 2 peas in a pod. Tyler says, I use the V90 SD cards with the A7S3 Pro Grade, 120 XAVC, 4K, no problem. Exactly. But what you can't do is the Yeah, the HS. You cannot do the S&Q mode. So if you go to S&Q mode in 10-bit, what is it? The higher bit rate requires. Let's see. So it's interesting, and I need to do that. I need to add that to my FX30 review, which I'm still actually doing. It's mostly written now, so I literally just shot some B-roll for the FX30. There's 100 megabit, then there's 220. You can actually go into 220 megabits H.265, which is the XAVC-HS, and you could shoot at 120 frames a second on that. But if you switch it to S&Q, 120 frames a second, it changes the bit rate and how it records it. So you can't use the V90 cards on that. And Rex and everyone else. Yep. Okay, awesome. I'll look at ProGrade. I've been using ProGrade continuously. I mean, swap. I've never had a glitch, never a problem with them. They're a really solid company. Really solid company. Good company. Yeah. I bought the Lexars so I could do time lapse and be able to copy them fast. I don't know what you're talking about, Dave. That is not. This is a prop. This prop has been very bad, and it needs to be destroyed. And the only way to destroy them is to burn them. Title 2.5 hours. That'll do, pig. That'll do. No visual difference, honestly. No, I agree. I shot at the 600 megabit a couple of times, and there's no reason. There's no reason. I tend to shoot like all the stuff here for the channel. I shoot in the 100 megabit H.264 422 10-bit because it edits like a dream. What I don't like about the H.265 codec is even on the high-powered MacBook Pro, when you hit play, it pauses for half a second and then plays. And it plays fine. But I hate that pause. Just gimme. I want it now. Yeah, it's awesome. So FX30 gets you you can buy the ProGrade 2-pack. And if you go to the Red Komodo users group, I think on Facebook, Red Komodo users, I think there's still a ProGrade discount code out there. I don't know for a fact. Tim will probably yell at me here in a second if there isn't, but I think you can still use that, and you can get, I don't remember what it is, but it's a discount. Yeah, you're right on that, Ollie. I have all these. They're like the low level cards. These are. Gotta shield my eyes here. The Transcends 256. They're not even V.30, I don't think. They're U10 class 3 or whatever. These things, 256 gig, and they're great for time lapse. But it takes forever to copy. You can only copy at like 65 megabytes a second off of it. Those ProGrades, you're flying on those puppies. I get like 200 and 220, 250, I think, megabytes a second copying off of them. They're amazing. Yep. R6 Mark II greater than FX30. The R6 is full frame, is it not? So why do you think that would be? I don't know. R6 Mark II. Yep. I don't know if I agree. It's full frame. Well, I guess it comes down to the codecs. What are the codecs on this? So you can shoot 4K 60. You can shoot 4K 120 on the FX30. So there's a win there. You do crop, but it's totally fine. The IBIS in the FX30 is really good. Oversampling on the 6K. You get oversampling on the FX30 when you're shooting in 4K 24. I think up to 60. I think as long as you're not in SEQ mode, I think you get to downsample. And this shoots only 180 frames a second at 1080. You can get 240 out of the FX30. Ooh, here's a huge, sorry, gotta disagree with you, Ollie. The R6 Mark II micro HDMI. No, sir. FX30, full-size HDMI. I cannot stand micros. Ugh. What else does it have? As the dual cards, same thing. Where's the codecs? It's not going to give me codecs. Give me codecs. Video capture. So you get H.264, 10-bit, 422. You get same recording. And so they go up to 340 megabits. But I'm guessing, and I don't know, someone could school me on it. I'm guessing that bit rate depends on what frame rate you're shooting, right? Can you shoot 2398 at 340 megabits, or does it max out at something? Because otherwise, I think, other than the full frame, I think the FX30 is a better deal. Ollie says I have a couple of those transcends. One went out. One I know. No, that was the Lexar. The Lexar is the one that went in the ocean, and I was able to pull it off. Are CF cards dead in the water nowadays? Then, if you're talking about compact flash, is dead in the water. That's the old compact flash. Or if you're talking about CFast 2.0. They're not dead. They're just not, there's better solutions because they're using the SATA storage standard on those. So you're never going to get more than about 450 megabytes a second out of it. The CF Express, those are using PCIe. I think that's PCIe, but they're able to handle massive bandwidth through there. 4K 60 no crop oversampled on the R6. Yeah, but I thought the FX30 is also it's oversampled. Let's see, FX30. I thought 4K 60 on FX30 is oversampled. It's only when you go into SEQ mode, and you can shoot up to 60 in 4K non-SEQ. Let me see here. Full pixel readout from 6K up to 60. So you get 4K 60 in 60 frames per second timeline with oversampling from the 6K for the 6K sensor. It's the same basic sensor, about 24 megapixels. So yeah, we're talking CCAM. Yeah, I think the only difference there, Ollie, is just full frame. I think now what I don't know is what the dynamic range is of the R6 Mark II. The FX30 is about 13.5 to 14. So it is a little less. Like the FX3 and the A7S III are 15 stops ish. Are cinema cameras really worth it over mirrorless these days? Depends. Erickson, nice to see you. It depends. The answers are always it depends. Cinema cameras are mirrorless cameras nowadays. That's literally what they are. But you can typically get more feature sets out of cinema cameras, and we are blurring the lines quite a bit. Like the C70 is blurred quite a bit. C70, does it have SDI or no SDI? Or does it have time code? It has time code but no SDI, right? I think is what it is. So if the C70 had SDI, is that right? I'm pretty sure it's right. Then it would really blur the lines quite a bit. Is it? Am I dropping frames? Oh, I'm dropping frames. Okay, let me trim this back down. Definitely getting into peak here. Okay, it's stabilized off. There we go. Good things to point out. Have some thinking to do. Yep, Tyler, definitely, Tyler, do not buy the FX30 because I said buy the FX30. And I hope I didn't say that. I tell you what I chose and why. You should absolutely do your research. Take Ollie's opinions, weigh them, read specs, go look at samples, and see what best fits you. Don't ever buy just because we say something, because we're just us. Except the Dragon. Ollie and I are both correct on that. You should buy Dragon. Thanks for the clarification. They should do a mini SDI to replace HDMI, or do they? What they need to do is create an HDMI professional connection. Then it would be better. Personal preference, ultimately, yes. Ollie and I are on the same page there. What's the best exposure tool you personally use? False color waveform. So on Komodo, now I use the geoscopes. Love geoscopes. If you don't know what geoscopes is, go to my video on the beta Komodo firmware, which was December, late December, I think, right? Wasn't it? Or was it right at the beginning of January? And I do a breakdown of how to use geoscope on Komodo, but DSMC2 cameras and DSMC1 had them, and it basically maps out all your stops of dynamic range as a color, and you could choose which ones you want to see. So if you know you want to put skin tone at, say, 45 IRE, then you could put 40 and 50, or you can find the middle stops, which would be about 18% gray, which is 11. I think 11 is the middle gray geoscope stop. So you put that in, and then when you get that color on the face, you know skin is always exposed that way. It's a great tool. For everybody else, you can use Zebra to find what looks the best on your camera. So you need to do tests on the skin, and skin values do change a little bit depending on the darkness or lightness of the skin, which is a conversation that created a battle once. I say what I say. And then you can set a zebra to that. So when you see that first zebra pop up, you know you've got it. False color is fantastic if you have false color. Before the geoscopes, I use false color. And you just pop on false color, boom, I see the green on the face, and I'm good. Erickson, what camera do you have? And Patrick, you're lucky now, because now that I'm on YouTube, when you retract a message, I can't post it anymore. StreamYard would always capture it and just keep it, so I could post it. But now you've retracted messages, it goes away. Okay, we got 11 minutes. I'm going to go 3 hours on this live stream, and then we're... So let's do rapid fire. Come on. Well, did I spill again? Or is this still the same drip? It must be every time I drip at the same spot. We got 11 minutes. Rapid fire questions. Come on, throw them all out there. Edison, go up. Okay, Zcam, but shoot ProRes RAW with Atomos. Gotcha. Okay. So the Atomos, you can use false color, and I'm trying to remember where there's your map. But yeah, false color is a good choice on that, as long as it knows what Zcam. So you're shooting into Atomos. Okay, so you're using the Atomos. Yeah, I would use false color on that for sure. That's my opinion. But, I mean, you cannot replace good old-fashioned a meter. Just put a meter up to the face and do it properly. There's Ollie. Is anyone actually using physics? I mean, I carry it, and I use it to double-check. But when I shoot red, I know red. I know the sensors. I know what I'm going to get out of it, and I use false color to nail that shot because I know what I'm going to get. When you show up on a professional set with a lot of other people, they are not trusting red, which is to their own detriment. They're pulling out meters. But yeah, Canon 4, nice. What happened to Scope Box? Oh yeah, I was sitting here trying to remember what Scope Box. Let me make sure it's what it was. That was the little standalone box that you would feed a signal, right? They weren't that expensive, right? Is it? Oh, that's not what I was thinking it was. Oh, it's now a hedge product. Interesting. Oh, maintain what? Okay, fine. I don't care. YouTube is complaining that my bit rate is too low. Yeah. Scope Box, I remember that. It's a hedge product now. It's interesting. They have them. I wonder how much it costs now. $299, $149. Not bad. Tyler, I still use a light meter on occasion. What's your favorite glass at the moment? Well, my favorite glass that I use, I have to say it that way because I don't have the budgets for the nicer glass. The Tokina Vistas and the Vista 1. I really love the Vista 1. And then the Sigmas. I really like the Sigma. But I will say, the Vespid Primes are pretty good. And for the money, that's pretty spectacular. But the Cata, the new Catas from DZO, Cata XL, what are they called? Cata C, whatever the new Catas are, they are really, really nice. A lot warm though. They're very warm, but they look great, and their zooms, very nice. For the money, it's hard to beat the Cata. What is it? Cata. They had original Catas, and then they have the new ones. So the Cata Ace. And the Cata Ace, really nice lenses. Really nice, especially for the money. Now, they are not a Sigma or a Tokina, but for the money, they're incredible. Tokinas definitely rate very high, for sure. And then for bigger budget, the Signature Primes are very nice. And then like the lights, the Summicrons, Similux, I mean, those are spectacular. What is the other? No. I do like Agenu. But I don't shoot with them very often. Cooks are nice. Cooks are very nice. IRIX. I failed to mention IRIX. IRIX is for the money. Well, IRIX is better than the Vespids, and they're about the same money. The only difference there is that IRIX doesn't have a full lineup yet. But give them, good job, Ollie. Yeah, put 60 seconds on the clock. We'll go ahead and do a full zoom on him. 60 seconds to count down here, and then let's see. Let's look if there's any others. Mikis are okay. They're just okay. I don't like the DZO, the Super 35 ones are okay. The zooms. There he goes. Oh, look at that. That was an interesting stretch. He's smiling. Oh, is he gonna sneeze? He's going for broke. He's going over 60. He's gonna prove me wrong. Oh, there we go. You just can't. I don't know what it is with dogs that they can't. I've seen some dogs that can sleep upside down, but I've never had a dog that can go for more than a minute upside down. I wonder what your friends dream of. You think old Aries are still worth an investment, like the Arri LF? Well, I don't think the Arri LF is old. Do I think it's worth the investment? I would prefer, if I was going to buy an Arri, I would want the Alexa 35. I think, even though it's Super 35, I think the image out of the Alexa 35 is so much greater than the LF and the old Alexas. Yeah. Commensurate with the length of today's stream. So do we get 90 seconds on that one? that would be funny. I need to have a countdown clock. I wonder if I could find one. That'd be kind of cool. I just put up a countdown. I had one, didn't I? Originally, way back, Ollie, when I was first doing these, I had, back in the Dancing Santa days, I had a countdown clock timer, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. Huh. Oh boy, YouTube does not like that I'm not only giving them 1,000 kilobits per second. Well, that's all they're letting me do. Yeah, I'm probably going to keep using OBS here for the next while. Can't remember a clock. I swear I had one, and I was using the Stream Deck to trigger it. I had Dancing Santa on there, and I swear I had a clock. Maybe it was a countdown to the start of the live stream. That's probably what it was. That was, maybe I'll bring that back so everybody can get the commercial in and then get the intro. And I should bring back the funny at the beginning. Okay, I'm gonna do that for you, Ollie. I'm gonna do a 60-second startup, and then I'll go into some kind of comedy intro, and then with OBS I could actually do the intro. I could bring that in, so we could do that. We could bring that back. Yeah, I might do that. Oh, I could do that now with StreamYard too. I forgot about that. They added that functionality. Dancing Santa lives rent-free in my head. It really remains in my head as well. I was dancing. That's dancing, air quotes. Anybody got any last parting things? Before everyone goes, if you haven't already, go click on the like button. Just give us a thumbs up. And you know, if you like these streams, the best thing you could do is share it. If you shared it on social media, that would be like the best thing you could do. And then after that, if you want to use any of the affiliate links down below, that'd be great. But sharing it, I think, really would be the best. Really, did it just drop a bunch of frames again? Oh, there I am. What is it doing? Oh, there I am. What is it? Jumping up, down everywhere? Oh, there it goes. Okay. Do I use LUTs in my workflow? I do sometimes, not a lot. I use them more for ideas, kind of placeholders to kind of give a feel for it. But I'm not a big LUT guy. When I do use LUTs, I use film colors from Phil Holland. I don't have a link down below, but phfx.net.com. Film color. Look it up. PHILM color. Great LUTs. Really, really good LUTs. What is your Instagram to tag? It is Scott Balcom everything. Every single social media, it's at Scott Balcom, all one word. Instagram. I even have a TikTok, even though I don't use it. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagrams, what are the others? The Vero, Rumble. Even on Rumble, I have at Scott Balcom. Yep, across the board, at Scott Balcom. All right, we are going to wrap this one up. So thank you everyone for joining in for the 3 hours. We had a fun live stream. Got to do a tour. Got to see some stuff. Got to see some not stuff. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Edixon. You just followed me. Appreciate that. Yeah, remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And feel free to leave comments down below if I have any questions about anything you didn't get covered. Use affiliate links. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passions center around your life. Let your life center around your passions. Then you'll be happy. And then we leave. That's me. We leave with the puppy cam. Rex, say bye. Rex, you ready to go? Rex, you ready to go? Ready to go eat? All right, bye everyone. Okay, buddy, you ready to go eat?